Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw. Welcome to my CD update plus comic books plus video games video. Essentially the Midnight Strike Chainsaw video, where basically I'm going to be showing off more stuff than just CDs. I've done this in the past, I've shown stuff besides CDs. But at first I'm going to show off the CDs so you guys can stick around for that. And then I'm going to go to video games and comic books that I picked up recently. And if you guys want to stay for that stuff and check those stuff out as well, great. If not, I understand. But I will go through the CDs first, get those out of the way. So if you guys want to stick around for that, you can see it here first. But I hope you guys stick around for the comic books and video games. It's some pretty cool stuff I've picked up. But first off, we're going to do the CD update. So I only got 4 CDs this past little vacation I went on. And the first one I got was Mastodon Crack the Sky. I got a good deal for this because the ones I've seen of Crack the Sky was pretty expensive. It's a pretty cool cover. There's the sleeve there. Let's move out of the way. But it was a really good deal. I've wanted to pick this up ever since I really discovered that this was my one of my favorites, or probably my favorite Mastodon album. I kind of flip back and forth, but I wanted to pick this up, and I'm glad they had the standard edition. Let's put it down there. The next one we're going to show is actually a 2014 release. The only one out of the set that's 2014. That is Whitechapel, Our Endless War. And they've actually did this same thing with their 2012 self-titled, where you just flip it, and there you go. There's no glass case or plastic case or whatever. It's pretty cool. Saw the booklets in here. The booklet's the same thing. It's just the lyrics and all that. So nothing too special to show, or else I would have. But yeah, so I'm glad that I found that because, you know, I wanted to pick that up, but my local area, FYE, closed. And there's not really CDs that, CD places that carry, more heavier stuff like Whitechapel. So now this next one, oh boy, that's not good at all. The CD case, in a sense, broke. So I have to, at some point, replace it. And so you're going to have to bear with me if it breaks again. But this one I have not reviewed. I was going to review it back in 2012, but I just kind of forgot about it. Spawn of Possession, and this one is entitled Incurso, I believe. Spawn of Possession. This is a great release. I discovered this by accident, and it's a really interesting artwork there, the back. But the reason why I say it's broken, because you see, like, right there, there's some cracks. So it's, I don't know what happened. I'm not sure if it was like that when I picked it up, but it looked like it wasn't. But if we go here, the CD's flipped, of course. Let me flip it for you guys. There's that. And so, if you're a fan of technical death metal, this is definitely something you want to go check out. I did talk about them in my Q&A last one. I set that down very carefully. The last one, I'm so glad they had this because I have seen a couple of this artist's stuff at my local FYE before it closed, but they did not have this one, or else I would have picked it up. King Diamond Voodoo. It's the same thing with the Whitechapel thing. It just opens up like that. I really like the artwork right there. It's really cool. And there's King there. And I'm really glad they had this. I picked it up. And I'm hoping to get the reissue of, I want to get Abigail. I think they have the reissue of that. And I want to pick up Them, which is another album from him. And I'm also looking into more of his stuff anyway, so, but those are 2 more I want to pick up. But that's a CD update, guys. I kind of went a little too long, but this video is probably going to be long anyways. But here's the video games. So CDs are over, guys. I'm hoping you guys do stick around for the video games and comic books, but I understand if you don't. So here we go. 2 Xbox original games I picked up that will play on my 360, and that is Soul Calibur 2. Got a good deal, $195. I have not played it yet to see if it works, but, you know, it's a couple bucks, ain't nothing. And Matt Hoffman Pro BMX 2. I remember playing this version of this Pro BMX 2, Matt Hoffman, on the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, I can't remember, but it was fun nonetheless. Now, these next 3 games I'm going to show you, I have picked up recently, and I have had them for a little bit, but these were not with the same 2 Xbox originals. Just want to show them off because I did pick them up a little while ago. That is Rage for 360. If you have to play it. Now, Deadpool. I beat this game. It was so fun, and, you know, can't get enough of it. I recommend Deadpool. Resident Evil 6, I have played a little bit of it. I'm going to try to get back into it at some other point. But I'm just doing this kind of video because I just want to show more of the stuff that I like to do, which is video games. Now, the bigger thing is the comic books, which I'm not going to try to take as long because there's so many of them. But we'll do this and set a little stack over here so I can set them down pretty easy. So the first one that came was just like, oh crap, hold on a second, guys. Okay, there you go. Was actually, it came with like a packet of a little stuff that I really didn't want. I wanted to grab this. It's like a Hulk versus everybody. It's an older issue. It was 20 cents back in July of whatever year, so I could definitely look into it. You know, if it's wrapped up in a case, I don't want to take it out of the case. But I wanted to get that over there. Now this one, these ones, they still have the little numbers on them because I didn't take them off. But it was this one is the Heroes Return, the Avengers. So they see the Avengers on the front there. So I wanted to grab that. This one's a fully gold thing. It says X-Men and his Age of Apocalypse. I did skim through some of the ones that, you know, were not encased. But it was a full, there's no gold in the back. But the front, it's all gold. So it's kind of hard to read, but I wanted to pick it up nonetheless. This one's really cool. Actually, I'm going to take the little thing off for this. Take that off. And this one is Secret Wars 2. It's an older comic. And it says, Who is the Beyonder? And it has Wolverine, Colossus, Captain America. All those, you know, characters and a lot more. And I wanted to pick up because it's an older comic. And I just wanted to, you know, look into all that. Now, this one's a character that a lot of people may not know if you're a fan of Marvel. Onslaught, who is right there, is a character that was created for a short series, and they've brought him back a couple times. And so I wanted to pick anything with Onslaught I want to pick up because he's like the most powerful villain they've ever had. And so now into this next one. If you know X-Men, you know Juggernaut, who is the big orange guy with a lot of muscle. So there was this comic series that came out back in like 1999, 2000. And they called it J2, which is Juggernaut's son. And so they would like throw him in with like characters like Wolverine and stuff like that. I have this comic, but the cover is ripped. Because back when these were coming out, I was a little kid, didn't keep up with them, didn't really take care of them. So luckily, they had this one copy of J2, as they called it. And so I wanted to get that. The next one is one that I've always wanted to grab because it's kind of a rarity now, at least around my local area. I could not find this particular comic, and it took forever for them to do it. But X-Men, Jean Grey, and Cyclops finally get married. And it was a comic that I've always seen around, but never have seen to where I could pick it up. So I just wanted to pick up for the fact that they took forever to finally get them two to marry, because they've been a couple forever. The next one, we're going to do some Spider-Man, I believe. Yep. This one is Marvel Tales. And this is Spider-Man and X-Men. You see Spider-Man, Storm, and Wolverine all in there. I'm not sure exactly in there because it's sealed up, but wanted to pick it up nonetheless. Now these, a couple are here, are actually part of a series called Maximum Carnage. And these are like a series of where Carnage gets a bunch of people together and they're going to go fight Spider-Man. And so this is 13 out of 14. There was 14 issues to this. There's 13. This one is 12 out of 14. Yeah. 8 out of 14. 6 out of 14. That's a bunch of people in that one. Because it was a really crazy series. I remember when it first came out. I have I think 2 of them, but this is 4 out of 14. I think I have 2 of the other issues that are not within this set I have, so I didn't pick them up or whatever. They didn't have them, but luckily they had ones I didn't have. And I wanted to pick this one up because it was at the hand of Thanos, the death of Spider-Man, and Thanos right there. Pretty cool. The next ones, we're going to do 2 more. We have 4 more, but the next 2 are what ifs they did with Marvel, where it's like, what if this happened, or what if this was a scenario? So they came out with these ones, and this one's a pretty old one, but what if Thor and the Avengers battled the gods? And so you can see Iron Man, Captain America, Thor there. What if Thor and the Avengers battled the gods? So I wanted to grab that for sure. And the next one, what if, is what if this was the Fantastic Four? And so we have Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and the Hulk. Gray Hulk. As you can tell, it's gray. So that's a different version of him. But wanted to pick that up. The last 2 are pretty cool as well. And I'm going to save this one for last. But this is called World War Hulk. Where basically, what I understand, Hulk fights everybody. It says limited series 2 out of 5. So there are probably 4 more of this series. But So there's the Hulk. Let's see. There's Mr. Fantastic, the Thing. There's what looks like Spider-Man. That's not Venom. That looks like Spider-Man in his symbiote suit. And this one, if you've seen the X-Men films, the first X-Men movie that came out back in 2000, this is the X-Men the movie, the official comic book adaptation. I've never seen this. Even when the movie came out, because I saw the movie in theaters when it came out, and I did not see this anywhere. This must have been like a special thing, or it says a direct edition, so it may have been kind of limited, but nonetheless, I picked it up. So, thank you guys for watching the CD update / video game / comic books. That's really it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys stuck around for the video games and comic books and seen all that other stuff that I love and, you know, like to enjoy. So, that's the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching again. I'm Chainsaw. See you guys soon.